Somebody tell me to go. 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 Somebody tell me to go.
Welcome everybody to the Team Affinity 2 Push the Button stream. That's right, Team Affinity 2. Once we get done talking and revealing some of the cool things in Team Affinity 2, we're going to press the button so you can go enjoy all of this wonderful content. I'm joined by Luis and Rory, and we're talking new legends and the Mariano collection. So, push the button. I got my man Luis and Rory here with me. Rory, what's happening with Topps now?
This week, got a choice pack. There's going to be 6 guys in it, 4 diamonds, 2 golds. You're going to play moments, finish the moments, get the pack. You get to choose 2 of those diamonds and 1 of those golds.
Oh, not too shabby. So, in the show shop, do we have a new headliner pack, Luis?
Yeah, definitely. We've got a set 12, and we've got an all-star Joe Morgan, one of the best second basemen of all time. And he actually won his first of 2 consecutive MVPs this year. So if you look at the card, you know, he's got contact versus righties, fielding, and speed all on lock. And then, you know, with some parallel upgrades, you might be able to squeeze some more power out of him.
Ah, the parallels. Probably, I say Diamond Dynasty's biggest feature, right? Right? Everybody's loving parallel. Also, a new event begins today with a Diamond Legend Reward. It's called the Club 42 event. Luis, can you give us the details?
Yeah, so, you know, as you can probably guess from the name, it's all about the 42 series. So all 42 series players are eligible, and also a little wrinkle, all players with 42 on their jersey number, a 4 or a 2, and a 24 as well are all eligible. So look out for those jersey numbers. Ramon, like you mentioned, there's a diamond reward. There's also 2 Legend 42 series choice packs in there. So you're going to want to play this and get closer to that Jackie Robinson. Who is the diamond reward, though? It's a prime Pee Wee Reese, 94 overall. And who better to be in this reward path than Pee Wee? He was one of Jackie's best friends. He supported him through some tough times there in the league when he came up. And, you know, they formed one of the best double play combinations of all time. The card, it's a real 1949 Bowman, but of course with the prime border. And, you know, Pee Wee had a well-rounded skill set, not a single attribute below 61. And also worth mentioning, he has third base as a secondary.
All right, Rory, let's talk about Team Affinity Season 2 and how you can grind and obtain all of these cards. But before we talk about these cards, what is Team Affinity?
Right, so Team Affinity is split up 6 divisions, and you're playing with all players from those teams in that division. So we've got 6 programs. For those of you who remember Season 1, it was with all the 42 series current day players, and grind through, get all 5 of those players from each team in the division, and then you get all of them, leads to that Jackie Robinson 42.99 overall card. This season, Season 2, it's going to be much of the same thing. Going to be split up 6 programs each division. You're going to have 5 big players. It's going to be made up of legends and future stars. And as well, you're going to have some diamond players along the way, some small 85 to 89 overall flashbacks and legends. And Season 2, once again, it's going to be grind 99. All those players will not be sellable.
Oh, that's right. Play the game, unlock the players. So let's look at some of these players' attributes, Roy.
Yeah, so we're going to start out with some of my favorite future stars that you can get. You've got Sam Huff from the Texas Rangers. He's a power-hitting catcher. Might be one of the most powerful catchers in the game on his release. Then we're going to go jump over to the White Sox. Garrett Crochet. He's going to be a starting pitcher, has outlier on his fastball, one of the hardest throwing lefties in baseball. Then we're going to jump on over to Tampa Bay. Shane McClanahan, he's come up this year, been a dominant left-handed starter, has one of the best fastballs of any left-handed starting pitcher in baseball. And you're going to see that on this Future Stars card. Then we're going to jump to the National League with Quinn Priester. of the Pittsburgh Pirates, has a dominant pitch repertoire, throws up in the upper 90s, has a sinker, throws the curveball, one of the nastiest curveballs of these future stars. And the last guy I want to point out is with the New York Mets, Ronnie Mauricio, shortstop, switch hitter with good contact, good power, good everything. He's going to be in a lot of people's lineups.
All right, but I see 3 question marks on this card lineup. Luis, what's going on?
Yeah, so, Rory mentioned some of the future stars, but there's also legends here in Team Affinity Season 2. And those 3 question marks, those are 3 legends. Starting off with a new Hank Aaron, a Cliff Lee, and a Jimmy Fox. And, going a little bit deeper into these cards, Hank Aaron, he's the new legend. He's really well-rounded, 5-tool player. Cliff Lee, that card, it's a milestone card. It represents a year where he had 6 shutouts. That's insane. It's unheard of nowadays. I mean, there's no hitters going on, but 6 shutouts in a year? Crazy. And he's also the highest-rated card in Team Affinity Season 2 at a 97 overall. And Jimmy Fox, all you need to know there is that he has catcher as a secondary. So that's going to be huge.
All right, and are these rewards sellable, Luis?
No, as Rory mentioned earlier, they are not sellable. So, get your grind on.
Let's dive into the NL West Team Affinity Program rewards. Rory, what you got for us?
Yeah, so the first thing you're going to notice here, we have a Bat Skins Choice Pack. And if we go in there and take a look at it, there are 5 Bat Skins from all the NL West teams. You're going to get this pack 5 times, so you'll be able to pick all of them. But early on, you'll have to make a tough decision. You got the Padres Bat Skin right there. It's got the Friar. It looks really cool. I know that one's going to be my first pick. But you'll have tons of Bat Skins to choose from. One from all 30 teams. It's in all the reward paths in each division. And then if we back out, we're going to see that you have the Unlockables Choice Pack, going to have some nameplates in there. And once again, you'll see the Uniforms Pack, going to have 5 new ones. Not the same from Season 1, but 5 fresh ones for each division. And another thing we'll notice is that we have that Diamond Flashbacks and Legends Henchman Pack.
And inside those packs, let's take a look at 2 hidden legends from the NL West and the AL Central. Roll the video, Colin. Oh, man, we've got Heath Bell and Joe Nathan coming back. Rory, what can you tell us about these cards?
Yeah, so you're going to get Heath Bell in the NL West pack. He throws fastball, curveball, sinker. He was hard thrower, so high velocity with some good break. So he's going to be solid for all Padres fans. And then jumping over, I know Kyle Blake is excited about this Joe Nathan card. I mean, there wasn't much Joe Nathan couldn't do. He struck guys out. He had some of the nastiest stuff and was one of the top closers in his time when he was playing for the Twins.
He could never close out the Yankees, though.
Rory, how many packs can you earn per division?
All right, so in the reward path, it gets pretty juicy. You're able to get 24 Team Affinity packs in that 150-point reward path and 7 Ballin' is a Habit packs. So a total of 31 really good packs, along with some of those bronze and silvers and all those choice packs.
All right, so what else can you do in Team Affinity, Rory, right? M2O's not changing, it's still there. Showdown remains the same, but are there any changes?
Yeah, we made quite a few changes. We took feedback from the community and really wanted to make Team Affinity the best it could be. So one of the big things that's changed is there will no longer be tally innings with players from that division. Rather, it's going to be tally plate appearances with players from that division. So you're going to see there's a 100 plate appearance mission, repeatable for 10 points, and the online, and that can be done online or offline. And then there's an online mission which is worth 4 points, which is going to be tallying 75 plate appearances. And if you play online, you will get both at the same time, so it's like double the progress. And then another thing we want to point out, we know that everybody loves exchanges, and we'll go down and you can see that you can now have a 4th exchange So total, you can exchange up to 60 points in the reward path, which that will get you to that first big choice pack with those 5 future star or legend players.
Nice, nice. So we are talking about Team Affinity Season 2, all of the content that's dropping directly after this video. It's a push the button type of day, but we're not done. Let's talk about Team Affinity Conquest. Luis, we got a new map. What is it?
Yeah, we got 3 new maps, and so they represent the East, the Central, and the West. They're themed with team logos, and as you can see, we're looking here at the Snake map for the West. And shout out to Dylan there for those maps. And so the biggest change, though, regarding Conquest is that we doubled the point totals that you get for completing each map. So now you get 30 points per map, and that gets you halfway to that first big diamond reward that Rory mentioned. And this being Conquest, there's going to be tons of hidden packs and loot, so get out there, conquer every hex.
And if you're new to MLB The Show, playing Conquest is one of the really fun ways you can unlock a lot of goodies. The live content team is always packing those Conquest maps with tons of secrets. But Rory, what do you think is the best path to earn a lot of Team Affinity?
Yeah, so I'd say the best path to go about, probably do a showdown to kick it off. That'll get you 15 points. You'll get right around the 15-point marker. And then at that point, I'm going to start banging out the Team Affinities, or the Team Affinity Conquest maps, and filling my lineup with players from that division. So I'm getting the tally plate appearance missions completed while also doing the Conquest maps. And then I'm also, one thing to note is if you have not completed Season 1, you will be earning progress in Season 1 as well as Season 2. Nothing from Season 1 goes away. So if you haven't completed Season 1, you're going to be tallying stuff in there at the same time as Season 2. So the best way to go about it is really whatever you want to do. For me, that's Conquest and Showdown.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Rory. But Luis, we've got some new collections. Can you give us some info on these new collections?
Yeah, so we're starting off. Let's start off with a small one that'll help you make a push in the second inning. And Rory mentioned that there's low diamond players that you can get in Season 2 of Team Affinity. And so for this collection in the second inning, you only need 3 of those. So 3 of those low diamonds will get you 35,000 XP in the second inning. And so if you're making a final push towards the bosses, or maybe you're trying to get some of the loot beyond the boss, the Legends and Flashbacks collection, we teased it earlier. And so the concept is simple. You go out, you collect Legends and Flashbacks from all the different series in the game, be it Rookie, All-Star Prime, Tops Now, it doesn't matter. They all help you in this collection towards that final reward. And who is that final reward? Hit it, Colin.
The Sandman, Luis. You're a Yankee. Tell us about it.
Mariano Rivera, the best reliever of all time, no question, and our first 99 overall pitcher in DD. So it's going to help you, pitch those 99 Chippers and Sorianos and those guys. So looking at the collection, there's a different number of players needed for each series. Some series run much deeper than others. For example, you're only going to be collecting a few signature series cards, for example, whereas you might be collecting a ton of prospects or rookies. There's a total of 15 series in the collection, 14 vouchers, plus Jackie, the 99 overall Jackie, since he represents the 42 series collection. Now, what's interesting, though, is that as you can see over there on the right, you only need 14 of these for Rivera, which means you can bypass a series of your choice. So you can choose to bypass Jackie, you can choose to bypass Signature, some of those tougher collections, and and choose your path towards Mo. Looking at Rivera's card, though, that's what we all want to do. So this is a milestone card. It celebrates him breaking the all-time career saves record with 602. He did end up with his career with 652, though, before he retired. That's not his total number, but that's the record. And so I mentioned he's the first 99 overall pitcher in DD, and as you might expect, his attributes are insane. A lot of pitchers have 100 plus K per 9 and hits per 9, but none of them pair it with 100 plus walk per 9, as Rivera does. And, we all know he had arguably the most dominant pitch of all time with his cutter. It's maxed out, control and break. Rory, that's the only thing you throw with Rivera, right?
I mean, I have honors, so yeah, I only throw cutters with Mariano Rivera.
That's right. He rounds out his repertoire with four-seamer and sinker. Those are his top 3 pitches, and then he has a slider and a changeup lower on there, not quite as good as the top 3 pitches. Going back to the collection, though, if you've played previous versions of the show, you'll notice this collection looks pretty similar to ones we've done in the past with Honus Wagner and Mike Trout. So does that mean that this is the one? This is the huge collection? Well, not so fast, my friend. There's more to come down the line. We're going to have more Legends and Flashbacks collections further down in the year.
Not too shabby. Mariano Rivera, the first 99 reliever card. But we're not done. Luis, let's bring up the content schedule. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so it's a push the button stream like you mentioned earlier. So everything we've talked about is dropping today. But something we haven't mentioned is the roster update. Rory, anything you want to mention there?
Yeah, hey, if you like diamonds, you're going to like this roster update. I'll tell you that.
That's awesome. So looking ahead a little bit, Tuesday, June 1st, we're going to have our Daily Moments program rollover. More exclusive rewards, including Evolution rookies there. And then a little bit further, June 4th, a week from today, the 3rd inning drops. And so we'll be streaming again, revealing everything there. And we've got a new legend as a 3rd inning boss. Who could it be?
Who could it be? No hints, Luis?
Nah.
No hints? Okay. All right. So I think that we are wrapping up. This has been the Team Affinity Season 2 Push the Button stream. We talked about a lot of rewards. We're going to go press the button. Remember, when we press the button, you not only get all this great content, you get that brand new roster update. So you want to make sure to go and sign up for the Scouting Report. That's where you'll get all the latest news and some exclusive sub rewards like that bat skin from a few weeks ago. Also, PlayStation players, go grab the free 10-pack as part of the Play at Home promotion. Push the button. We're going to press it, but we're going to see you next week for the 3rd inning. We want to thank everybody on the live content team for all of their hard work, keeping the content going. We want to thank Rory and Luis for joining us for this stream. Let's go press the button. We'll see you next week.